Hello and welcome, my animal-loving friends, to another episode of the Pet Safety Crusaders video blog. Today I'm going to try to be somewhat inspirational for you because whether it's for us or our pets, I know we all try. And sometimes we just need to get back on track because doing the thing that's going to make us feel the best, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's not a whole lot of fun. Sometimes we need each other to boost us up, or we just really need to grab ourselves by our bootstraps. I don't know if that's an old phrase and I've just dated myself, something my mom would say, but pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get back on track because, we want to feel great and we want to do wonderful, fun things with our pets. I've said it before and I most assuredly am going to say it again and again and again about Zoea. And about how the animal-human bond really can increase our health. Those of us that have spent our lives with animals know that. It's nothing new to us, but there's now scientific proof backing it that, having animals in your life can lower blood pressure and triglycerides. It can lower cholesterol. It can beat feelings of loneliness. It can lift us up in so many ways. It increases the immune system. It helps build up the immune system, children that grow up with the animals. They're also finding that children that bond with an animal at an early age actually grow up into being more sympathetic and empathetic human beings. So having animals is just a win-win in my book. On another note, every time you get on a plane, the flight attendant reminds you that should the oxygen masks drop, to always put one on yourself before you help a child or anybody else in the passenger seat. Basically, that's because in 15 seconds or less, once the plane decompresses, you will be rendered unconscious. So you won't have time to take care of yourself if you take care of somebody first, and then that many less people are being helped. So it's just really important that we think of that. And when I'm talking disaster preparedness, I am reminding you, as much as it's all about our furry, feathered, hooked, finned, scaled animal parts of the family, we have to take care of the two-legged humans as well. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Rich. Thanks for joining in. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of the animals. And making life as perfect as possible for our pets is what so many of us are all about. You've seen different episodes of me talking to you, and I've taught you how to read pet food labels and to tell you what to look for and to buy the very best diet your budget will allow. Most of you, I hope, never miss a wellness exam. A lot of you are brushing your pet's teeth. You take them to the groomer or you groom them yourself. You're doing those weekly head-to-tail checkups or maybe even head-to-tail feather checkups, depending on what type of animal you spend your life with. And you also keep up with the latest gadgets and education, whether it's health and safety related or just pure fun. So we're all doing a lot of good things for the animals in our lives. But what I'm here to preach to you about today, and also to myself, that we need to do the same for ourselves. The number one gift we can truly give our pets is a healthy pet mom or pet dad. Somebody who's going to be active and do their doggone best to stick around to care for our furry kid, our feathered kid, our finned kid, our scaled kid, our hoofed kid. I don't want to leave anybody out. Any kind of kid. There are so many lessons we can learn from the animals in our lives, and one of them is to be present, to really be in the moment. When we were all in elementary school, maybe if you belong to some kind of club or something, it still happens, but there'll be a roll call and you're supposed to say present. And I don't think as a kid we ever really thought it. It was kind of a weird word. We never said it for anything else, but it's an important word because what it means is that you're here, you're in the now like our pets are. You want to be there along with your dog when you go on the walk, to feel that gentle breeze brush against your face, watch it blow his fur so gracefully, to take in that breathtaking sunset or sunrise and just get that feeling of inner peace. But, in order to do that, we have to feel good. One thing that you may or may not know is that dogs, like humans, actually produce oxytocin. And oxytocin is what allows us to experience both love and affection. Canines have a limbic system just like humans. Maybe it's not quite as advanced as ours, but it's more advanced than most other species. And what the limbic system does is it enables dogs and people to experience a high range of emotions, to appreciate beauty, and maybe something even, I shudder to say, akin to some sort of spiritual ecstasy. So, you know, next time you're out with your pet, walking around or just sitting together on the dock of the bay or in your porch or wherever it happens to be, notice that he's probably taking in the beauty somewhat too, and kind of in a meditative mode. I know very often they are nose to the ground sniffing their pee mail, because that's where they really take in a lot of their information. But there are all these other different systems of the body too that work, and dogs and us have a lot in common. That's why he truly is man and woman's best friend. But in order to allow all these different functions of your dog's body, your cat's body, your human body to function properly, you need to attain good health. And there are hundreds, if not thousands, of foods, of supplements, of canned foods, of kibbles, of vitamins for us out there these days. Don't ask me which is the best. I can't tell you which is the best, except that I can tell you for you and your pet, the best one is the one that you thrive on, or that your dog thrives on, or that your cat thrives on. So you really need to be in the know. It's actually wonderful that there are a lot of different brands out there, because, you know, the same thing doesn't work for everybody. It's not a one-size-fits-all as far as diet and nutrition. You can even have 3 golden retrievers out of the same litter, and they may do best if they eat completely different diets. One may have a peanut allergy. One, believe it or not, may even have problems digesting protein, while another can just eat anything possible. So it's important to tune in, but it is important for you to do your research too. And there are quite, you know, a few cream of the crop companies out there these days. And those are the ones I really want you to look for, because we've talked about reading pet food labels and what goes into food. And, you know, the same thing has to be of concern whether you're buying pet treats or vitamins for yourself, or that favorite smoothie. What's in that plant protein? So what I want to share with you today is a company called Life's Abundance, and my 2 friends here that are joining us, Lisa and Rich Jelinek, they are former professional pet sitters who fell in love with this company. I think it was way back in 2003, and I welcome them to chime in with any information I'm missing. But it just really changed their lives, and it's something they're very passionate about, and they've got a special offer for you that I'm going to talk about in a few moments. So while we're don't leave this, don't change your dial, as they say, but I do want you later to go over to facebook.com, Healthy Pet Peeps, and peruse their website, which is also called Healthy Pet Peeps, PEEPS.com. And if you place an order, they're going to give you, go ahead and give them a call and say you saw the Pet Safety Crusader sent you. But they will give you auto ship pricing without signing up for auto ship. You'll probably want to later on, but that's a great deal in itself. And they'll also give you $5 off your first order, so don't miss out. But dogs and cats, like us humans, we're 3/4 water. We need that life-giving water for basically every system of the body to function properly. And, you know, sometimes for us personally, it just doesn't have the pizzazz we're looking for in something of a drink. So Life's Abundance offers different kinds of flavors and nutritions to fix the problem, and really, you know, make you want to drink that water, get that fluid in to flush your system and give you those nutrients you need. They have plant protein smoothies with vitamins and the heart, brain, immune system, joint helping omega-3s. You always hear me talking about omega-3s for our dogs and cats, but today I also want to talk about it for us. Some of you, like me, are getting a little bit older. Some of you maybe not so much yet. But, you know, joints are starting to hurt, or skin isn't quite as, you know, glowing as it used to be. And omega-3s can really help with the heart, with the brain, with the skin, with the immune system, with the joint. But the problem with taking them is, forgive me, the fish burps. I mean, it can be kind of nasty, just putting some of the fish oil in Haiku's food every day. You know, I have to go scrub my hands afterwards because I don't want to be smelling it. But Life's Abundance has fixed that problem. They've got omegas in capsules that have a citrusy flavor. And the smoothie I tried, I sampled the greens blend. It actually has a very light berry flavor. So if some of you don't really like those rough and tough green tastes but want the benefits, this might be something you want to check out. I'm just looking over here. Lisa's saying, feel free to private message and they'll set you up with an account to receive that special pricing and the gift certificate. So really, don't miss out. Remember, it's facebook.com/healthypetpeeps, P-E-E-P-S, like Peeps. You know, I'm a peep. You're my peeps. Anyway, cats these days, like dogs and humans too, but they're combating lots of allergies. Believe it or not, a lot of cats are actually allergic to both chicken and fish, and that's predominantly what we try to feed them for proteins. So, you know, in some cases it might be fleas, it could be mold, pollen, fragrances. Pets are so sensitive with these highly tuned noses to things we may be spraying around the house to cover up other scents, and it may really be irritating them. And their body starts itching. It's their response to their body going phooey. So Life's Abundance food, like some of the other really toppinest of the most poppinest type of pet food brands out there, does not contain corn, wheat, or glutens. And those are, you know, certain allergens that really, really do affect our pets. Corn is basically considered a filler, and most pets don't digest it properly. Wheat and soy, too, can be problematic. But Nature's Abundance, if they're going to put grains in there, if you choose one with grains, it's got the brown rice and the groats, the whole oats, which are really good for our pets. There's also probiotics and prebiotics. Some of us do one or the other, but this has both in it, which are really beneficial to the pets, as well as the good fats, the omega-3s, and eggs. Some of my vegan friends, I realize this is kind of off the plate here a little bit, but you know, I personally feel that if we know where we're getting the eggs from, even on a vegan diet, it might be okay in some instances, because the eggs we eat are not fertilized eggs, would never have been an animal. But again, I do get it, and it's all about how the mom is raised and cared for and nurtured. So I realize that can be an iffy one there. But eggs, what I do want to say is many consider them like the perfect food, because they contain all 8 essential amino acids, which are the building blocks for proteins in our bodies and our pets' bodies. So, you know, having that in your pet's diet might be extremely beneficial for them. In so many ways, you know, pets and us, dogs and cats, we're really very similar. There are some dissimilarities in the way we process certain foods. You've heard me talk about vegetables before, and that since food sits longer in our dogs and cats' stomach than it does in ours, and goes more quickly through the intestinal tract, in order for them to get the best benefit from the fruits and vegetables, you really need to either chop them fine, steam them lightly, or puree them in order for them to have time to absorb. And there are certain fruits and veggies that are problematic for our pets that aren't for us. Dogs lack the enzymes to properly digest onions, and it can result in hemolytic anemia. We know raisins and grapes, although they haven't figured out the exact toxin yet, and it seems to be lying mostly in the skin, but it can cause renal failure. And then there's chocolate, which they're touting as a great antioxidant for human hearts, can be very problematic for our pets. So there are definitely differences, and you need to beware. But what I just do want to tell you about looking for a higher end food and product, whether it's vitamin supplements or smoothies for you or your food for your pet, think of it this way. Most of us don't bat an eye at going through the drive-thru or actually walking into our favorite coffee shop and buying a $5 coffee or frap. We don't really think too much about that. But we probably are in the grocery store, and if it's $5 for a dozen of organic, humanely raised eggs, we may kind of decide to take a cheaper option. Those are the things I'm talking about. We all need to cut corners, but let's be smart about where we're cutting corners. You know, cut corners and save gas and ride your bike and walk instead, because that's a healthier option. Buy the healthier food and the humanely raised products, produce as well as meats. look into what's the best product for your pet, what he's going to function at his optimum rate at. Because after all, we want to stick around, and we want our dogs and cats to stick around with it for as long as possible. There's that old adage, you are what you eat, and it, pretty much rings true. So next time those big brown eyes are looking up at you, or the green eyes are staring adoringly at you, think about where we're cutting corners and what we really need to put the emphasis on to make ourselves healthy enough so that we can make our pets healthy too and stick around for a long and happy life together. I hope I've been a little inspirational today. Please read through the comments and learn more about Lisa and Rich and the great work they do to help people and the pets that are loved by the people. And do check out at Healthy Pet Peeps. Go to their website as well and just explore and have a good time. But more than anything today, I want you guys to just think about one thing you're not doing for yourself that would really make you feel better, and try to accomplish it by the next time I see you or you see me. Okay, 4 paws up, 3, 4, for pet safety and good health for humans and the pets they love. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.